It all comes down to this one throw. Who will be victorious? The red elf or the blue elf? Tune in! Why, your box is literally just... They didn't even... This might be the infinite battle, boys. Oh! Oh! That guy just got mugged. All comes down to this one. Alright, and red one. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back for the winter tabs update. We've got a bunch of these. Well, not a bunch. We have one Christmassy map. Maybe they'll add another one, but the main thing they've been working on, we've got some secret units here. First of all, we got the present elf, which isn't all that good when you look at him regularly. However, as you can see, the presents pop open and a random unit comes out. Granted, the teacher is not good at fighting a mace spinner, but the present elf is a summoner without being crazy overpowered. What the heck? Maybe a little bit overpowered, but not as overpowered as the summoner was. So if you don't know, the summoner was one of those crazy mods out there. He could basically summon in 3 units, well 6 units in total. Every like 15 seconds he could even summon another summoner, which would then in turn also summon 6 random units. Basically he was unstoppable. He was really overpowered. But the present elf only throws one present that basically, I guess, deals 0 damage, but after a little while, as you saw, a random unit will pop out. Sometimes it could be as big as a samurai giant. Sometimes it can be as small as literally a hobbit. But next up, we have the Ice Mage. Now, the Ice Mage is quite interesting. The mechanic is really cool. If you didn't see already, the Ice Mage will freeze. And as you can see, the health is still going down, even when the mace spinner's not getting hit. It's a really cool mechanic. It's a new ice mechanic, actually, where they'll be frozen. So the Ice Mage is actually a really good support unit. Doesn't deal a lot of damage, but is really good for support and can stun quite a few enemies. Next up, we have the Witch. The Witch is an interesting unit. As you can see, she clones herself twice, and she's a skeleton, by the way, if you didn't already know, and they throw mushrooms. But these mushrooms, they do something. You'll see that these guys are attacking their friends. They're attacking any unit, and the fungi makes these units attack each other. And then of course these two witches, the 2 witches that are cloned will despawn after a while, just leaving 1 witch, and then they'll start to clone again. But this is a really cool mechanic. When they're struck, they're cursed, and they start attacking their teammates, which I feel like is a really cool mechanic. And then, of course, cloned again, and yeah. Oh my gosh! This one's floating upside down. I've never seen that before. After all, this is totally accurate battle simulator. Next up, we have the Banshee. The Banshee is a basically one-hit wonder. Not one hit wonder, but one-shot wonder. Extremely overpowered, you'd think, but then they don't. Banshee doesn't do anything. Literally has that one special ability, doesn't really use it again. Just basically strips cheap units of all their life force, and very tanky units like these guys. They barely get affected. Well, they do take a lot of damage, but, I mean, they're not really affected too much. In fact, they can survive 1 blast. And maybe 2. Either way, the Banshee is a really cool concept because it's about dealing tons of damage in that first hit. And then if you have like something supporting it, it can be really good. But a lot of these units are extremely weak against range. You test out basically any of these secret units except for, I'm pretty sure, one, and they'll all be weak to range. I mean, maybe the witch isn't going to be weak to range because it literally is a ranged unit, but you know what I'm saying. Then look at the present elf. Shoots. That the Ice Mage, again, another ranged unit, shoots. Dead. Although that one was a little bit closer. Next up, we have the Necromancer. The Necromancer is sort of a kill and then necromance sort of person. So, as you can see, they're coming towards him, and then they get transformed into undead units, which can then, of course, fight for the Necromancer. So it's a really cool concept, but here's, you'd think it'd be like a one-hit kill, right? That'd just be way too overpowered, though. So, the Necromancer, and I'll show you this. The Necromancer it's a very weird ability, it's a very unique one. Similar to the Ice Mage, however, you can see the health is slowly going away from the king, and then whenever he gets hit, it's that thing, but we just place a random bard back here. He's just gonna stay there, because he's a good little bard. Yeah, and he has that ability in case enemies get a little bit too close. So, just wait a little second. As you can see, he dies and he transforms into a king-sized skeleton. That is literally a king. And here's the strange part about the Necromancer. If you control him, I've had this happen to me once. If you control him, you can hit yourself, and you will die and come back as a Necromancer on your team. But here's the funny bit. He'll be dressed like a skeleton, and he won't have any of these horns. He won't have the helmet. He'll literally be dressed like a regular skeleton, but just with that lantern and that hook. And it's super funny, and I love it. It's just so funny. But the final thing that we have here is we've got another giant to join the fray, boys. If you didn't know, there are already a few giants in the game, including an extremely big ice giant. But the skeleton giant is the cheapest. In fact, the skeleton giant's only $1,700. So where does his ability come in? Well, it comes in with crowd control. All giants have some form of crowd control, and as you can see, he just scared away all of these. This is the fear thing. They literally run away. Bruh. This guy's about to fall into the river. Oh! Look at that! Okay, well, the river's frozen, so you can't fall into the river. But look! He literally... They all just jumped over the edge of the bridge. That was funny. As you can see, this is only totally accurate battle simulator, after all. There are still a lot of things to be worked out with, like gravity and whatnot. It's a fundamental business, physics. Really hard to perfect. But like any skeleton, he doesn't have a lot of health. So you can see, if we check on him, he hasn't taken a lot of hits, and he's already at like half health. Like if we just get a ballista out here. This ballista shoots the skeleton giant. It almost one-shots it. But against any other giant, like the samurai giant used to be the cheapest giant, if we just test how much damage it does against him... Oh, well actually, he deflects projectiles now, so I guess he's invincible. Here we go. The tree giant. He took a third of his health as damage. A third. The skeleton giant was almost completely destroyed, and the tree giant only took a third. But honestly, that is basically what it is for being a skeleton. Skeletons are so much weaker than normal things, but believe me, the only reason they cost 80 is because they have that fear effect that you see in more drastic measures with the skeleton giant. But honestly, really cool concept. A lot of new things to go in the custom content tab. These are the battles that I've made. Campaigns. Here we go. These are the units that I've made. And then I have the halfling army. I want to look at some of the new stuff. Look, it says ranged or melee. Ghost hands. There's a thing called ghost hands. Oh, left super boxer glove? What's the difference between a left super boxer glove and a right super boxer glove? The triple flail? The trishula? I mean, I haven't been through a lot of these, but I know the icicle sword, the icicle throw is definitely new. Not sure if the fan shield, the scarab shield are new. A mop? Look at that, he's got a mop. Mittens. Wait, a water jug. That's funny. Mittens. Catfish army. Attack! Get him! That is honestly so funny. I love that the unit creator is finally out in public now. I did use it in beta to, you know, of course, create this brilliant, amazing halfling army. And of course, some of the overpowered units are not balanced out at all. I mean, maybe some of these might need a bit of adjustment, but overall, I really enjoyed this update. Better unit creator, lots of new units, secret units. Honestly, I was expecting more Christmas units. Instead, we got like super Halloween units. I mean, it's a bit late, but like still it's really cool. Like, I really love all these unique abilities that they have. It's honestly really cool. What the heck? It's complete chaos. So 8 out of 10. That was an extremely good update. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Watch the clubbers. Why is it always the clubbers that get shot? I don't know why, but they just love like killing clubbers in their intro. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to see more, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Peace out.